So, with the Cup Series coming to Watkins Glen Raceway this weekend after being off of racing for the past 2 weeks, I was thinking, with how important road courses are becoming in our sport now, with this now being the fifth race of the season on a road course, I was thinking, why not try and figure out by statistics on who is the second best road course racer in the NASCAR Cup Series. Now, before anyone asks me why I didn't say overall best road course racer in the Cup Series right now, it's because I think that it's very obviously Chase Elliott. For reference, he has 7 wins and 16 starts in his career, and he has 9 top 5s out of 16 starts, which is a little bit over half at 56% rate of top 5s. Then he has 11 top 10s over his entire career, which is a little bit over 2/3 of each road course race. He's getting a top 10 at 69%. And then in 2021 alone at road courses, he's had 2 wins, 3 top 5s, 3 top 10s, and a 6.3 average finish. And keep in mind, this is with NASCAR throwing that caution for the rainbow in the first road course race of the season at the Daytona road course. So you would think that without that, he definitely would have at least 3 wins, and his stats would be even more monstrous at this point. Now, the way that I'm going to decide the second best road course racer in the Cup Series is by looking at the stats. And because of that, I'm only going to be mentioning drivers in the NASCAR Cup Series who have 2 or more wins in road course races. So I'm going to end up having to leave out a lot of the field. But to me, if you don't have at least 2 road course wins in your career in the Cup Series, then I don't think you should really be in conversation for second best road course racer right now. And so some honorable mentions that had to be omitted from this list are Brad Keselowski, Kurt Busch, Denny Hamlin, and Joey Logano. Joey Logano especially is a very underrated road course racer to me. So, anyways, now let's discuss how the road course racer, second best road course racer, will be, discovered. I'm going to be looking at overall career stats and then 2021 stats to measure not only their stats and their whole body of work over their career, as well as what they've done recently to see if they've fallen off a bit or whatnot. Anyways, let's get to the rest of the video. First off, let's get to Kevin Harvick. Kevin Harvick has 2 road course wins in 46 starts with 10 top 5s, which is a rate of 22%, so about every 1 in top 5 road course races, he'll get a top 5. In top 10s, he has 23, which is exactly 50%, so about half of his road course races, he has top 10s. And so far in 2021, his highlight has been a 6th at the Daytona road course with 0 top 5s, 1 top 10, and an average finish, which was rounded up to about 23. Kevin Harvick is not the most profound road course racer, not the guy you definitely would think of when it comes to tackling the twisties and going through left and right turns. And I'd say he's easily the weakest of the drivers that we're going to be looking at on this list. Now, he's had a win at Sonoma rather recently, and he could have had another in 2018. But still, when I think of Kevin Harvick, I'm thinking of a guy who's more dominant on the 1.5 mile tracks, although obviously with Stewart-Haas Racing's struggles in 2021, that hasn't really been the case. But nonetheless, Kevin Harvick had to be included in this list, and I think that he's probably the worst of all the drivers that I'm going to be discussing here. And now Martin Truex Jr. He has had 4 wins in 36 starts with 12 top 5s out of those 36 starts, which is a 33% rate of getting a top 5. So every 1 in 3 races, he'll have a top 5. He's had 19 top 10s out of 36 races at road courses, which is a smidge above 50%. And in 2021, his highlight has been a 3rd at Sonoma with 1 top 5, 2 top 10s, and an average finish of 14.8. Now, Martin Truex Jr. has certainly blossomed into a road course racer, a guy you'd think that would be in the mix for road course races over the past few years, and he's certainly shown why. He had 2 straight wins at Sonoma, and he's also had 2 great showings at Watkins Glen. Both years Chase Elliott won. And you have to think that for most of his career, Martin Truex Jr. wasn't exactly in the best equipment. You could argue that until he got into maybe Joe Gibbs racing equipment, he didn't exactly have the greatest stuff behind the wheel. So, he definitely had to make up for it with his own driving skill, and that's why, even though his stats may be similar to the next guy, you have to account the fact that he was driving rather worse equipment for a good portion of his career, and still he's managed to put up pretty good finishes at road courses. And now we get to Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch has had 4 wins and 38 starts at road courses, with 13 top 5s to go along with that, at a rate of 34%, so just over 1 in 3 races at road courses he'll get a top 5. He's had 22 top 10s out of 38, with a rate of 58%. And in 2021 alone, his highlight has been a 3rd at Road America with 2 top 5s, 3 top 10s, and a 13.3 average finish. Now, Kyle Busch has certainly been a mix to winning road courses for a good chunk of his career, I'd say. Although he hasn't won on a road course since 2015, he's certainly been in the mix to win a good portion of them so far, such as the 2018 Watkins Glen race, 2019 Sonoma, both Daytona road course races. He's ran in the top 5 before getting pretty unlucky, and that Circuit of the Americas this year, he was betting on fuel mileage to get him the victory, like Chase Elliott was going to go for as well, until NASCAR had to cut their race short just because the conditions, it was like a monsoon. So Kyle Busch has had a pretty good body of work over his road course racing career. But is he the second best road course racer in the Cup Series right now? I'd say that if you wanted my honest opinion, it's very close between Kyle Busch and Martin Truex Jr. right now, but I think I just have to give it to Kyle Busch just because his stats in 2021 have been a bit better than Martin Truex Jr.'s, but he's also got slightly better overall career stats, and I can think of more races recently in the past 2 years where Kyle Busch was in the mix and in the thick of things to win, at least more times than Martin Truex Jr. But I'm still interested to hear on what you guys think about who is the second best road course racer in the Cup Series right now. Do you think that perhaps somebody with only a single win like Joey Logano or Denny Hamlin could be better than any of these guys? That'd actually be pretty interesting to think, just having consistency even though you don't exactly have the wins to show for it. That might put you over the top of people who have, close to 5 wins at a road course. But anyways, that's all I've got for you guys in this video. I hope you enjoyed. And yeah, that's all. Bye.